We know PDP made Wike their chairman. I assure you, we will isolate Wike in an isolation center. Yes. And before he recovers, the election is over.
Edo governorship election 2020. We will isolate Wike, win election before he recovers, Ganduje of Kano State says. Once more, welcome to Njenje Media Channel. This is a channel where we explore the truth behind the headlines. I am Mike Udenta. The governor of Kano State, the dollar-loving governor, the bullion Agbada governor, the Gandollar of the whole universe, has said that they will isolate Wike, the governor of Rivers State, and that they will win the elections in Edo. If you recall, Wike has been appointed by the PDP to lead the campaign in Edo State. In the same vein, Gandollar, that is Ganduje, was appointed to lead the APC in the battle of the governorship election in Edo State. But the dollar-loving governor, the Babariga bullion van, made a striking statement when he said that they will isolate Wike and go ahead and win the election, that before Wike recovers, they've already taken the trophy home. Wike, as you all know, cannot take that lightly. Wike replied him in his usual manner, and Wike said, "You can't isolate me into your Babariga pocket. I am not dollar. I won't join issues with the Ganduje because we are not at the same level. People should stop the comparison between us. I have never been caught in a videotape stuffing dollars into my pocket. In fact, all my clothes have no pockets. I am a responsible citizen, unlike him." People, this is getting really interested. Brace up for more crossfires like this, because this is what it is. If you recall, Ganduje, aka Gandollar, the dollar-loving governor, the bullion van Babariga, the one who loves to, contractors to pay him in dollars. They convert the money from Nigeria to dollar in order to give him his own kickback. This man was exposed and was shown in camera view around the world, yet the man that says that he is fighting corruption in the name of President Muhammadu Buhari could not see that video, even when he went to France. And they confronted him about that because he never, after all, he doesn't speak to anyone in Nigeria. But when he went to France, Nigerians in France confronted him. He said, "I don't know the type of technology they used in making that video," meaning that that video was Photoshopped. That is what a president says. He couldn't even, push that the state assembly would go in and investigate that matter, but he already absorbed him because he needed the vote in Kano to win. See what election do, and they want to tell you that they fight corruption. They are fighting nothing, they're only fighting their pocket. He's fighting for his pocket and his retirement, and for the entire Arewa nation, and for the entire Fulani nation. He's fighting for no one. There is nothing like fighting corruption from Buhari. As you all know, this Babariga wearing governor now said that they will isolate Wike. The question that we in the South are asking is, how will they isolate Wike? Do they have plans of infecting Wike in order to be in the isolation center when they will do the election? Wike, they have given you expo. Better get ready. But again, on the flip side, Wike is a battle-tested general. Wike, the one that had defeated Amechi 2 times, the one that has taken over and has held his ground in River State. Now they said they will show him. This is getting interesting. How can the Babariga wearing bullion van, the bullion van, a mobile bullion van that moves around with Babariga, caught on camera? Now we are not only making an allegation. There are video evidences there that this man, Gandollar, the one that asks contractors to convert nairas into dollars in order to pay him. And you see, whenever you bring dollar, his face lights up. His face, he starts smiling and his eyes pops out. The man loves dollar so much. Babariga Bullion Van says he will isolate Nyesom Wike, the Governor General, the General and the current General of the Niger Delta. Well, Wike, it's up to you to show what the stuff you're made of. Remember, this is the battleground is the Niger Delta. APC only has one state in the Niger Delta, and that is Edo. But by the wickedness of those, the godfathers in Edo, they are trying to be colonized by Lagos State. Lagos State, there is a link here. In Lagos State, we see proper bullion van at the eve of election. But in Kano State, we see Babariga bullion van after the elections or before the elections. There are two things here. When it comes to project, the Babariga wearing governor is the same as Wike. Both engage in project, massive project. In Kano, he's doing massive project the same way Wike does in River State. But when it comes to commingling of public funds, the ones we have seen on camera, there is no other person. Aside, if you remember during the time of Jonathan, Farouk Lawan, that was in the House of National Assembly, when Odudua called him in and gave him money in dollar, hard currencies, and he removed his cap, put the money there, and wore his cap back. You see, that is the only man that has come close to this Babariga bullion van, aka Gandollar. Gandollar has been a man that we all know that he doesn't relent when he wants something. He's the man that destroyed the emirate in Kano by splitting it into 5, and eventually court stopped him. But he still went ahead and got the emirate or the people to banish Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, and dethroned him as emir. Eventually put someone else there. Edo State is getting interesting. The sad part here is that how will Edo people come out of all the shenanigans, all the things that Adams Oshomole has said against Pastor Isayamo? How will he come out of it? We have it on video. He had called him a cultist. He had called him various types of names. He has called him a thief. He called him this, he called him that. But how is he going to undo those things? Nigeria is such a hopeless place where politicians move from party A to party B, where they change parties as if they are changing their underwears, as if they are changing boxers. But this time around, our call here at Njenje Media and my call here, Mike Udenta, is that the people of Edo State, it is time you wake up and take your destiny in your hand. Do not allow godfathers to rule over you. Do not allow your land to be destroyed. Wake up and smell the coffee, because this is about you. It is about the vote. It is about the treasury of Edo State. There is nothing. You see them, they are all vultures. PDP, APC, pick the lesser evil. Obaseki has been working for you. Again, it is your choice to make. Once more, this is Njenje Media channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Please remember to click on the bell icon whenever we...
I am a self-made man. I didn't work as PA to anybody. Godwin is a self-made. He went to school. He didn't pour acid on anybody's child. But PDP carried a pour acid for the private part of a student in University of Benin, and he was rusticated for 2 years. Is that the guy who is coming? He wants to spread more acid to Edo State. Are you going to? Can he ever appeal to students not to be violent when he himself has a history of violence? And you know what we find out? The panel that suspended him was chaired by Professor Ise Sage, who is today the chairman of the Anti-Corruption Council set up by President Muhammadu Buhari. Is that the... Look, when you want to do politics, you are in a glass house. Everybody must look you. You must answer your papa name. That is why people say they read law, but they are not barristers. Huh? You read law, you are not barrister. Say you are a pastor. Be careful of those who carry Bible in the day and AK-47 at night. Be very, very careful.